You think you had a bad day? Think again. Try being on the losing side of a war against emus. Yes, emus. I'm serious. History is full of these weird conflicts, proving truth is stranger and dumber than fiction. Forget your epic battles and famous generals for a moment. We're diving into the absurd, the hilarious, the wait. They fought a war over what? Moments. Fasten your seatbelts. It's gonna get messy and wild. Our first stop, 1925 Greece. A time of political tension and national pride. Amidst the bustling streets and the fervor of a military parade, a stray dog, minding its own business, wanders onto a Bulgarian military parade. Oops. The Bulgarians, not known for their chill, shoot the pooch. The atmosphere, already charged with tension, erupts. Greece is outraged. Diplomacy? Nah, war. The incident ignites a fierce nationalistic fervor, and the call to arms is immediate. Troops are mobilized, shots are fired, people actually die. The conflict escalates quickly, with both sides suffering casualties. All because of a doggone misunderstanding. The absurdity of the situation leaves many bewildered, yet the violence continues. The League of Nations eventually steps in, like the exasperated teacher breaking up a playground fight. They mediate the conflict, trying to restore peace. Greece gets slapped with a fine. The resolution is far from satisfying for the Greeks, who feel the sting of both loss and humiliation. The dog? Still dead, sadly. Its death, a tragic symbol of the absurdity of war, is remembered by many. In the aftermath, the nations reflect on the senselessness of the conflict. The streets of Greece slowly return to normal, but the memory of the stray dog lingers. Next up, 1932 Australia. A time when the world was grappling with the Great Depression and Australia had its own unique crisis. The enemy? Thousands of fluffy, flightless emus. These birds, standing over 6 feet tall, were more than just a nuisance. Their crime? Eating farmers' crops. They descended upon the farmlands in droves, devouring everything in sight, leaving the farmers desperate and their fields barren. The solution? The Emu War. Yes, really. The government decided to take military action against these feathered foes. Armed with machine guns, Australian soldiers marched into battle. They were confident, ready to reclaim the farmlands, and were promptly outsmarted by birds. The emus, with their speed and agility, evaded the soldiers' bullets with ease. Emus scattered, dodged bullets like feathered Neo from the Matrix. The soldiers looked ridiculous. Their efforts were in vain as the emus outmaneuvered them at every turn. After a month of humiliation, Australia retreated. The soldiers, exhausted and defeated, had no choice but to withdraw. The emus? They're still out there, winning. To this day, they roam the Australian outback, a testament to their unexpected victory in one of history's most bizarre conflicts. Our final stop, 1859, a tiny island off the coast of what's now Washington State. This island, known as San Juan Island, was a picturesque yet contested piece of land caught in the middle of a territorial dispute between the British Empire and the United States. Tensions are high between British and American settlers. Both nations claimed sovereignty over the island, leading to a simmering conflict that was just waiting for a spark to ignite it. Then, a pig belonging to a British farmer wanders onto an American's land and eats his potatoes. This seemingly trivial incident would soon escalate into an international crisis. The American, understandably annoyed, shoots the pig. This act of frustration was seen as an affront by the British farmer, who demanded compensation for his lost livestock. Suddenly, it's not about potatoes anymore, it's about national honor. Both sides send troops. The British dispatched warships, while the Americans fortified their positions with soldiers, turning the island into a potential battleground. Thankfully, cooler heads, and the fact that the pig was already dead, prevailed. Diplomats from both sides engaged in tense negotiations, trying to avoid a full-scale war over a pig. The Pig War, as it became known, had no casualties, except the pig, and maybe everyone's pride. In the end, the dispute was settled peacefully, and the island was eventually awarded to the United States. This bizarre episode serves as a reminder of how even the smallest incidents can have far-reaching consequences.